Last time on D&D, we woke up and were planning where to find the Nagas.
So, for all the NPCs, I will eventually get them, but it's like not right now. But
I
he
mean,
comes out.
if you had access to just random caricatures, you could just like throw a random fat slob on there, and we can say that that's him.
Here, we will put. Yeah, no, there's nothing that's gonna work. We'll just put. Here, we'll put this here. Done.
That works.
No, that was Fenrir. What? There was a second Fenrir for like 5 seconds, and Fenrir blinks as he thinks that he's hallucinating the shit out of himself. Okay.
An out of character moment at the moment. So, my appearance, other than the dark shroud, is actually just a normal mage robe with a black cloak.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. We will make sure to keep that fixed when we do stuff. Okay. But the merchant comes out.
Silver eyes. Forgot. Sorry.
It's okay. No, you're fine. You're good.
Just so you
yeah.
know, Ninja, she gets a certain amount of character miniatures that she can customize every month. So next month you'll officially get your official piece.
Right.
So, alright. So the merchant comes out, he's like, hello! And he. For a temporary moment, he had helium. And he says, hello, everyone. And he's like, again, you're all here to get the Naga. I'm simply your transportation. And he looks over at Marilla and he kind of like makes like a winking motion. He's terrible at it. But he says, and of course, we do hope that you take care of this as soon as possible. It would be quite troublesome for it to stay around. And of course, I'm going to stay here. And he points down to the campsite, to the fire, and he's like, I'm going to stay here where I'm mounted today. But of course, you adventurers can go around there. And he points his hands out like he's like, wow.
Marilla
out to the
sliding down her mask kind of glares daggers at him through the mask.
He kind of just goes like, oh. he kind of takes that as flirting, but he's just like, yes. Anyways,
You find me again, sir. Are you supposed to be our guide, or are we just protecting you while also hunting this nut?
And he's like, oh, I'm simply here to be your transportation to and from the city. You see, as long as the city exists, merchants like me get a little commission from the guild, and of course, with that commission, well, of course, we have to, transport adventurers, and that's a little extra for you because you're not really adventurers yet. But I assure you, the guild will reimburse you for that once you're done. Simply saying though, I'm going to stay here at the camp, and of course, don't worry, I won't steal your stuff. I'm a gentleman, not a thief, and
I do deeply hope that you would not steal our stuff, because I would not hesitate to introduce you to my friend, I say as I pat my rapier on my side.
He's just like, yes, of course. Either way, there has been sightings of a Naga in this area, and we currently do not know the matter of it. We simply need you to take care of it, and bring back some evidence of its bones, so that we may be able to fully certify you into the guild, of course. Granted, if such comes, it'll be great. It'll be fantastic, and we look forward to your progress. Now, I'm gonna go back into my tent and work on some paperwork that I have. And he goes back into his tent. And now you guys are free to kind of
Kill.
do what you so need.
Well, no time like the present, if I say so.
Yeah.
Who would like to lead the way?
Well, who has the best sensory skills out of us all?
Let's see here. It would be...
Deus has the best survival out of the player characters. I don't know about Fenrir.
So, Fenrir has 14 passive perception. So there's that. And he
But
has...
what's his survival skill? Because going through the woods is usually a mixture of survival and perception.
plus 4.
Yeah.
Okay,
I have
so he...
1. Survival and perception. I have 0.
He ties with Deus. Fenrir ties with Deus.
Yep.
Okay.
So I guess...
And perception. Passive perception.
So it's kind of like up to whoever wants to take. Whoever wants to lead is whoever wants to lead. And they will choose, because you can all split up, you can all go different directions, it is up to you.
I don't think it's a good idea if we split up, Murillo.
I agree with that. I think it's best if we all travel in a group. And in that same note, I just would like to point out that at least I know I do not have the greatest knowledge of these woods.
I don't either, so let's... do I have any paper? Do any of you have paper, by any chance? And something to write with?
I believe I do. Is that right?
Yes, you do. You have a journal and you have ink and a pen.
Okay. I pass him journal and the ink pen.
Alright.
Technically,
With
it's
ink.
a leather-bound diary. Just so you know.
Okay, we're not
Okay,
gonna go
then-
into technicalities here.
Alright.
Then I pass the diary along with ink and pen.
I take it. Alright. I flip to a page. Alright. What is your best skill? Let's do this strategically. If we're gonna get attacked, we need to think of this strategically. Murillo.
Who exactly are you speaking to?
Murillo. Where do you think you'd be the best position if we were attacked going through these woods?
Well, I would say I am definitely a more long-ranged fighter, that is for sure. Or, not long-range, sorry. I'm a short-range fighter, long-range adequate, with a more healing-based knowledge. So, personally, I would say I'd be better in the middle.
Alright, so you'll go in the middle. Okay, Fenrir, what about you?
He kind of like, I have good enough perception. I can see things quite well, and I can I can well, I can hit things if so needed. I think everyone can hit something, but I can hit things particularly well. He just
I did see you. I did see how fast you moved, so let's go back to you. I can't think of his name right now. How do I say it?
Deus.
Deus. Sorry. What do you think? What is your best position?
Well, my armor class is 17, and I have a couple skills that can put me close range of strength, but I also have some ranged. So I think I'd fit somewhere either to front or middle range.
Alright. I'll be in the back. You will be right in front of our healer. I'll be behind the healer. And then Finran, since you've got the strongest speed, you'll be up front.
Okay. He kind of he just shrugs and he's like, okay, well, where are we going? Because I can't exactly just lead anybody anywhere.
Well, we first need to go find the tracks. You said the Naga should be around here somewhere. So I'm thinking,
Supposed guide did mention that it was off in that somewhat direction. And I'll point roughly the same direction that our guide had pointed earlier.
North.
He kind of just pointed. He kind of just like swept his hands around like to point to the entire forest. So he didn't point in a general direction.
I'm going to point in the direction that I think he pointed the most while sloshing his hand around.
Then you will be pointing north.
North. Okay, I guess we're gonna head north.
North? Is that where you're deciding?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Can I... Wait, so which skill would it be to try and find said tracks? Would it be investigation, or...?
That would
definitely be an investigation, but we're not spot where we could do that right now.
We're just trying to figure out what general direction we're going.
Yeah.
Can I... Is it history if I was to try and think of some information I may or may not know of the forest?
Yeah, go ahead. History would be it.
Okay. What's my history? First one. 2. History is on this one. Hopefully I roll good enough on this one. 16.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
You'll dig deep down into your memory. You look, keep looking, and eventually there's a spark of a memory. As you remember, kind of part of the reason you were in the forest in the first place was to investigate these long tracks of kind of torn up dirt and mud. And it wasn't torn up like by hoofbeats or anything, it was torn up by what looks like a very large worm or creature of similar ilk. So you have seen these tracks before in the forest, and that is one of the reasons why you're there, and it also might be in your journal. You might have taken note of that, but from your memory, you do remember seeing tracks of that like.
Okay. Does that mean I don't necessarily remember where they are?
You do. You remember that there's 3 sets that you've seen. I will give you one of the sets that you have seen is there's a set that is northbound, and there's a set that seems to go northwest.
Okay.
So
Can I share this memory of the tracks with the group?
you may indeed. So, do you want me to just kind of say that you did that, and then
Yeah.
yeah, okay, you do that. You give this information to the party. The party is now imbued with the knowledge of these tracks. So you all now know that there are two sets of tracks, northwest and north. You may pick to either go in the direction of where your new adventuring buddy has provided, or you may choose a different direction of your choice.
Finran, since you're guiding us, where do you want to go?
Me, and he kind of points to himself.
You're the one I put in front.
It's like, well, if we're going on the matter of finding it, I think more tracks the better. And so north it shall be, and he points northward to lead you all there. So you'll all be taking walking distance, and I will have to move your characters. So Fenrir would be up front, so we're just gonna move him to the max amount of tiles that I can. So that's gonna be 30 tiles.
Can I hover since I think that's my actual
You
Isn't
can.
that my speed here?
Oh,
Yeah, my speed would be 30.
Okay,
Must
so
be-
you would, and then we're just gonna put him all the way over here. So you're all kind of in the same general exact area. I'm just moving your pieces right now.
Mm-hmm.
So with 30 feet, because you hovered, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got ahead of the group, way ahead. You see two gigantic bone nagas. Like, they're huge. They tower well close to the height of the trees. They're both kind of just there. They're not really attacking anything. They're just kind of laying there. They're moseying along. Fenrir also sees them because he's like, oh, well, there's two of them, and Yunara is the next to see them. So you all see these two giant bone nagas, which seem to be somewhat resting. But yeah, they don't seem to have any damage on them, but they're there.
Well, shit. What to do? What to do?
Realize that the bone naga is, in speaking, your target.
Yep. But why did I become the strategist here?
Because you kind of jumped into the role.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Can I use something to try and figure out what potential weaknesses they may have in case?
You can roll an insight check.
Insight.
I'm
Okay.
also gonna roll the insight. 20 plus 3. 17.
Yeah, that failed. I got an 8.
You've got an 8. Okay. So, for Deus, he doesn't see any possible way. It looks like all the birds and the animals treat these bone nagas with incredible amounts of respect and are staying very far away from them. But it doesn't seem like the bone nagas are quite literally the rulers, but who knows? But you don't know that, so. But for Wolf, you see that the nagas have a couple scars on them, like that seem to have recently healed. They seem to be very they seem to be okay, but they don't seem like super up to fight. I'm gonna go ahead and do some stuff because
Okay.
you are technically speaking in range of them, so we're gonna go for the first.
Real quick, I would like to roll a perception on them, because they are classified as undead, I do believe. Is that correct, since they're bone nagas?
They are undead.
And undead is my, kind of under the, medicinal mind or whatever fuck that I have, that gives me the ability to ignore their resistances and stuff. The reason I'm able to do that is because of the reason I'm able to do that is from previously of studying undead
Okay.
for a very long time. So I would assume that I have at least a decent knowledge of them medical wise and can figure something out.
Alright. So,
So I'm kind of searching for weak points and stuff right now.
okay.
Hang on.
Bless you.
Yep. So this is gonna be perception, right?
Yep, that's gonna be perception.
I do not have the best of stats. That is an 11.
You see that they're fairly damaged from what looks like a previous fight, but they don't seem to have many weaknesses besides those open, freshly healed wounds.
Okay. And give or take, where would those faces be? Because I noticed that the others did not notice that.
The only other person who would have noticed is, of course, Quinn. And there is one close to their neck. There's one on the underbelly close to their tail, and a third that seems to be only on the very left hand naga, which is a large gash across one of its eyes, or where what eye would be there. So
I'm going to go ahead and try and stealth my way over to
you're
who
gonna
did
try and
who did you say was the closest one that'd be able to see it?
the closest one you can see is the
No,
right.
not to the Nagas, but to the people who could also be able to see whether or not there's damage.
It
you're
would be the
right.
right.
Yeah. I believe-
Everyone would be able to right one.
Not looking for the Nagas, I'm looking for like who did you say like would be able
Was
to
also able to see the damage.
yeah.
That would be me.
That would be him, and he's the person furthest behind, which is also ironic.
I'm
Okay, in that case I don't have to move. I don't have to move very far at all. I just gotta kinda lean back. I'll lean back and point the areas out to him, and then I'll lean forward and point the areas out to Fenrir as well.
Okay. Yeah, Fenrir nods and he's like, I can try and go in and get a cut if you want, or I can try and take a closer look.
I would recommend if you have any ranged items that we go with that for now, as to avoid direct uh, confrontation with them. At this given moment, I would like to move. Can you show me a more aerial view of the map, please? Ah, that's good. Back towards me. Okay. Towards the left, where those 3 trees are.
Here.
I'd like to move 20 feet over to the behind the third furthest tree.
This one?
I don't see what you're doing. Oh,
Right here.
no, behind where
Or right here.
neither of those, behind where Quinn is, like the 3 trees next to Quinn.
Yeah.
I'm going behind those to the furthest one that way.
This one?
Yeah.
Alright.
And I would like to get just barely at the edge of that tree.
Okay, so like just barely to the edge. Like right here?
Yeah, where I'd still have like partial coverage.
Okay, we're just gonna put partial coverage right
I'd like
And
to
I
move. Oh, sorry.
And I'll ready my crossbow.
there. You
I'd-
aim your crossbow?
I'd
Yeah.
like to move to right in front of Fenrin, that tree, and just hiding behind it. And I want to prepare. Let's see, which one would be better, firebolt or witch bolt? I have to look these both up. Give me a sec.
I use my chance to hide behind the tree I'm right next to.
You may.
Firebolt.
Because so far we're not in combat yet, so all of these are just free movements.
One action, 120 feet. Okay. What about Witch Bolt, which I'm proficient in?
Fenrin is going to move close to the tree that is nearest to the Nagas. Or at least that he can reach to. So he's gonna move right next.
Yeah. How far am I away from the Nagas right now?
You currently...
Like how many feet?
We're not... Still, hold on. Sorry. I'm trying to...
Because this decides which attack I use.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85. You're 85 feet away.
Alright, then I'd like to prepare Firebolt.
Alrighty. You pair Firebolt. So, go ahead and roll. You would need to roll Arcana for magic. Am I doing that right? That's correct, yes?
If he's just rolling the attack, then it would just be based on the firebolt spell. I think it's just roll a d20 plus his
Arcana.
casting modifier plus his proficiency.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and do
Can I
it.
put the cantrip of Eldritch Blast?
Okay.
Eldritch Blast. Do you want to cantrip that? Is that correct?
I have it as a cantrip.
Okay, so you want to do Eldritch Blast, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
20. What do I add to it?
Particular. Nearest.
Hang on.
Sorry, I'm trying to... Okay, so Eldritch Blast, okay. So I need to find...
And
Because
if I am
Firebolt
prefer
for
to
me is a cantrip.
him.
Yeah, it's always a cantrip. That's not what I was going on. It's your
Okay.
spellcast. That is
Yeah.
you add a +5 to your hit.
Okay.
Hold on. What else I got?
Okay. So you can do that. Go ahead and roll a d20 plus your spellcasting proficiency.
Oh,
Is
can
that
I
correct?
cast? Actually, before I do that, can I cast my protection from evil and good?
Cast protection from
You
evil
you
and
would not be able to cast both unless protection from evil and good is a bonus action.
yeah,
You only get one action per.
per turn.
So what do I technically roll? I
I
roll
see then.
a
In
one
that case, I'll
d20
good only.
plus 5.
Is that your spellcasting proficiency?
Uh, what is my spellcasting efficiency? Where is that?
It's
Arcana?
down on your spell page. Spell attack bonus is 5.
Okay. Spell attack bonus is 5. Okay.
So
So
you
plus
would
5.
when you make an attack, you add 5.
Okay. So do I not roll anything right now?
You would.
You roll 1d20 plus 5 to see if you hit the target or not.
Alright. That's what I'm doing. Plus 5.
As far as me with my protection against evil and good, what do I do?
16.
As far as that goes, you just cast that, and in your spell list thingy, it lasts for up to 10 minutes. It is a concentration spell. Uh, Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, uh, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. Uh, the target also cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. Uh, if the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any saving throws against the relevant effect.
So
Can I use it to say upon myself, like to cast it on myself?
Yeah, casting it on yourself is possible, and doing so makes it where the Bone Nagas will have disadvantage on attacking you.
Cool.
Alright, so as Quinn creates a powerful charge, taking the first attack to which Bone Naga are you attacking?
I will attack the right one.
Right one. Okay. So you attack the right Bone Naga. Go ahead, roll a d10.
1d10 plus what?
Why? Why is he rolling a d10?
Because his firebolt hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Why is he
so
rolling a d10? I didn't think Firebolt did a d. Does Firebolt do a
this
d10
spell
of damage?
damage
It
increased by
doesn't.
1d10 when you reach level 5.
Oh,
Yeah. It says on a hit, the target takes 1d10 of fire damage. A flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it isn't being borne or carried. But,
okay.
so.
So 1d10. Not plus anything?
He. Yeah, would it be a plus anything? I don't believe so.
I don't believe so either.
Yeah.
Alright.
So go ahead, roll a d10. 7.
7.
So. Yeah, you hit it, and You have now engaged the Nagas, so we're just gonna go ahead and